whatever goal I hit. Ah! Bags everywhere. Oh my gosh. Hello.
Oh, we're on already?
We're on already.
We're a minute early. That's a first.
I don't know if it's a first, but I was feeling generous. It's Friday. Well, I've never seen that car before.
I'm kidding.
Oh.
Let me turn the sound down, etc.
Etc.
We got nobody on yet.
Nah.
That's also a first.
No, there's people.
Oh, they are?
There's people.
All right. Hi, guys.
They just haven't said their good mornings yet. Good
Hello,
afternoon.
hellos.
So, start, Michael. What'd you do this morning? How you doing? What's going on? What's new?
So, we're having a raffle for the car in the garage.
Oh, have you continued? Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God. You guys want a race car? Buy it. I need room in the garage.
So, I'm thinking probably this afternoon I'll put up a thing on my Facebook page or Facebook.
Oh, so you haven't announced it yet?
No, not publicly.
No, I did.
So, but I just had friends and people or whatever, just kind of, I was kind of reaching to see if I could do it.
Yeah.
We've already sold a bunch of spots, so I think we should do it, get it done.
Yay!
I think it'll go quickly. So
I can park my car in the garage. Yay!
Yeah. Well, I don't think it'll take long to fill up and raffle off because it's going very fast.
That's exciting.
So I'll put something up on my Facebook later if you guys want to enter the raffle to win a car.
A race car?
I think it's going to be maybe $80 a ticket or something like that. And
that's a good deal. I mean, when Mike started doing this, what is it called? It's like Facebook auction. Is it like an auction raffles?
It's a raffle.
So people you want to take a chance and bet $80 that you might win a race car, and you could win a race car for freaking $80. Mm-hmm. To me, I'm not a gambler. I'd rather go buy a bunch of ice cream for $80 than attempt.
So our last raffle was a Troyer car roller with a brand new crate engine, and Joe Duncan won that.
Oh,
and he's a young kid who races slingshots, and his uncle also races, but hasn't really had the finances or whatever to race lately. Mm-hmm. And since they won the car, the uncle's going to race the newer car that he won, and then little Joe is going to get a chance to get his feet wet in a bigger car.
It's actually a really good deal.
So it worked out great for them.
Yeah.
So I love the idea of the raffle that someone's going to win big, and
you're not betting thousands of dollars too. Me, I just don't need a race car, so don't mind myself. I want this one out of the garage. Yeah. But yeah, actually, I totally forgot about the kid that won that. I do think that's a good deal. I mean, anyone that's looking to get involved and wants to, I don't know, pay $80 to get a chance to win a race car. Mm-hmm. That's a good deal.
And it's complete. I mean, it had this car won its last race at Airborne Speedway with Mike Perotti driving, and it has a beautiful straight body on it. The frame's straight. It's got 4 nice wheels and tires on it. It's got a big bearing rear end and front end, and hubs, brakes, seat, dash, gauges, transmission, driveline, steering box. The whole thing's there. Like the radiator and the oil cooler in it for the motor even. And all the stuff's there. Just drop the motor in and race it. It's pretty awesome.
Okay. So now that we've started our discussion, so we're going to say hello to Jim, JDCCC26, Ellie, Ted, Andrew, Michael, Caleb. Why did I say Caleb? Sorry, Caleb. Caleb, JR, Travis, Richard, Super63, Andrew, James, Ron, Brady, Peter, Scott, Brad, Barry. Woo, Ron, David. Hello, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah. Happy Friday. Woo, woo. Let's see. Already asking if we are going to have our lunchtime show tomorrow.
I think we're going to do it.
Yeah.
I'd like to do it at the shop tomorrow.
So same time tomorrow. We will be here, but not here. We'll be over there.
There you go.
So 12:15 tomorrow, we'll be having our lunchtime talk show at the shop. So that'll be fun. Let's see.
You guys can only get a break from us for one day this week.
I think which means I'll sleep in on Sunday. That sounds fabulous. Not that we are really sleeping anyways. So, David asks, do either of you know any of Tobias' family? Yes, as a matter of fact, we do. We do. What? Oh, what did you guys think of last night's video? Was it funny? I thought it was. I
thought it was hilarious.
Funny.
I thought you did a nice job putting it together.
Thank you, sir. I feel like we probably should have done a video of us trying to do the video because, again, our believe it or not, sometimes our communication skills aren't the greatest.
So this was kind of neat because Mandee had this idea in her head, and I didn't really understand it at first. But we would just kind of do a scene,
like one
take a minute and do it, and then the next day do another one, and I'd be like, why are we doing this? Mm-hmm. And then before you know it, there was a whole video.
85% of it's pretty accurate to us.
Yeah, there's not really a lot of. I mean, it's definitely staged and acting, but it's.
I don't know how well our acting is. I think we gotta work on that.
But it's definitely real, like stuff that we're really dealing with.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, and in case anyone was wondering, I set up some furniture on the deck, and the chipmunk seems to think it's a jungle gym, so he's pretty happy right now.
And he's starting to make noises.
Yeah.
He hollers at Mandee.
Okay, so the other day, what is it? The chipmunks like chirp or something of that sort. And so I looked it up. I was like, what the hell's wrong? Sorry, what the heck? What is wrong with him? So I Googled it. Of course, you Google everything. And one, it's either like they're making signals for predators to let everyone, like the family, the herd, know, or they're looking for a mate because it's not really spring up here yet, but it's almost springtime. But however, I'm just convinced that he just chirps because he's hungry. Because I think
he's looking for a mate, and he's got the hots for Mandee.
That's quite possible.
She feeds him every day, so there's no better way to a man's heart.
That's about right. That's about right. Oh my gosh. Let's see, what did we miss? Okay, so Chris J926 asks, from a strictly entertainment standpoint, not as a driver, what class do you think is most fun to watch from the stands?
From the stands?
Mm-hmm.
Wingless, sprints, midgets. They're the most entertaining and exciting.
Have you ever seen bus racing?
Bus racing? It actually is fun. Yeah, that's fun. Mm. It's entertaining. Like, a lot of cleanup though, because I mean, you're not racing a bus and not running into each other.
Right.
It's basically demo derby racing.
Let's see. Mm-hmm.
If you like that type of stuff, school bus racing, try Test Drive Eva's Destruction on PlayStation. It was a great game. A lot of fun.
Caleb asks, are you racing the Northeast iRacing Nationals, Michael? Is that what you raced last night?
The Northeast iRacing Nationals.
I'm going to go with that's a negative.
I
are unaware of it?
I have no idea. I might be. Mm-hmm. So last night, I was racing for the Dirt Track Digest race, and I'm pretty sure that was like the Lockdown Showdown. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Mm-hmm. I have no idea if I'm in Saturday's main show, but last night was qualifying. Tonight there'll be another qualifier. So if you go to Dirt Track Digest Facebook page, you can watch that race to see who gets in for Saturday. I got in a wreck in the B main. I actually made a mistake, got up over the cushion, and then some cars got together behind me, and then I got spun around and crashed and whatever. guess it's part of it.
So you have to redo everything for tomorrow, right?
I think so.
Okay. So tell everyone where you're racing this weekend.
I'm pretty sure Dirt Track Digest Saturday later in the day, and then Sunday at 3 with ESS, Empire Super Sprints on their Facebook page, and then I'm assuming Dirt Vision later, like 7 on Sunday.
Okay, so I'll see you on Monday.
Sorry.
It's okay. Just when I thought I had time with him, and then
I'm repping my World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint cars, which I think it's NOS energy drink now, isn't it?
It is. It's okay.
This is an old one, but it's a very comfortable.
I got
selection.
that for you when you ran with Outlaws stuff your first time.
You did.
I did.
Love it.
Retro. I was thinking, are people? You guys are all making comments about our video from last night, and I feel after this whole quarantine pandemic thing we're all going through, I feel like when we come out of this, you guys are gonna have a whole new perspective of us, and I really hope you still like us.
Yeah.
I really do.
Hey, do me a favor, like share that type of video. I think you need to share it because Mandee works really hard on the YouTube and everything, and she deserves some sort of reward for it. And like if one of those videos gets a ton of views, it definitely helps her out a lot. So
that's true. Thank you. And maybe
really appreciate it.
Maybe those that think it's funny that have never seen our page before might
jump in and get involved,
and then we can grow it more,
and then maybe become a race fan. That'd be great.
That'd be nice. You never know. Let's see. I'm trying to get caught up. What?
Just some of the comments about the video are funny. John Doe says we need a keg party and a bonfire when this virus thing is over.
That sounds great. Like
just have one now. Wear your masks. we could all show up in their masks.
Have we ever seen an figure 8 train race?
I have not. But they have them on Test Drive Eve of
TV.
Destruction. That game has all those different deals.
Bruce says that you should build me a race car in your spare time.
Yo, you build you one?
Yeah.
I mean, no. She's got to put in. You got to put in time if you want to do it.
Okay, Dad.
You can't just.
That's what my father would do.
So, I think it's Mechanical Engineer 21 says it asked if I ever plan on trying to race at Delaware International. Was I there last year or was it the year before? I was there.
I think it was
somewhat recently, in my opinion, because it's a long trip there for me.
It was just you and your dad, and he had brought the trailer down, I think.
So my favorite thing about Delaware International, and here's things that track should take notes on. When you go to sign in the pits,
yes.
You pull up in your truck, you don't get out, and you sign the waiver, and then you pull up to the next lady and you give her your money, or vice versa, or something like that.
No, you do the money first.
You do the money, and then you sign the waiver at the next station, and it just keeps the line going. Mm-hmm. Instead of getting out, standing in line,
holding everyone up.
Yeah.
People gotta stop and talk.
Yeah.
I do really like that.
Because I mean, it's more than just the boredom part of it. It's like we need to get in the pits so we can get our car unloaded and get it worked on, get it ready, and then it's got to get teched, and then we got to get through, and there's only so much time. So I love that. Delaware International, good concept.
Interesting question. Charlie asks, do you find the real world setups are totally off from iRacing?
Yes and no. There's a few adjustments where you make an adjustment. You assume that the car is going to drive differently based on what you changed, and it doesn't, and that kind of frustrates you. But then the next time you'll change a spring or something, and it does exactly what you expected it to do, and freed it up or tightened it up. And so Yeah, I think it gets better every year though. When I first started playing on iRacing like 10 years ago, it wasn't as accurate as it is now. So they just keep improving it. And there's updates like on a weekly basis that you have to download to be able to play. So yeah, they keep making it better. And I quit playing for a number of years because I didn't have a steering wheel and computer good enough to operate it. Didn't have internet good enough to operate it. But then when they started adding the dirt racing, I knew I needed to get back involved.
Your mother did say you raced Delaware last year, by the way.
Yeah. So
it was last year.
So yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
I thought we were.
Thanks, Kathy. What track is or are on your bucket list from Ray? I want to go to Kokomo. I am missing out.
Oh, I would love to go to Kokomo. Can we go there?
When?
Could somebody's schedule give us a week off so we can go to Indiana Sprint Week?
Yeah. I went to Indiana Midget Week, but
how was that?
It was awesome. But
you didn't go to Kokomo?
Billy was running for points, so we go to freaking Midget Week, and then we have to leave by Saturday.
Oh, so you had to get home for the weekend. I see.
So
I see. But you still got the midweek show. So
yeah,
you probably got Terre Haute.
I like.
You got what else? Silver Dog.
Bloomington.
Okay.
So that was my favorite track. That was my favorite track out there.
Nice.
Is there a Lincoln out there?
No. Lincoln's Pennsylvania.
Whatever. No. There's a track that's like the same name. It's not actual track. I don't know, but that I liked Bloomington.
Well, Terre Haute is action track.
Yeah. No.
That's also.
No. I don't know. But yeah, that was cool. I like that. That would be fun. We could do that. Maybe when we get old and we retire.
We can do that.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just ask Dad. I'll let him take me. Sorry, I'll let you come next time.
Oh, thanks. Just like when you went to the Knoxville Nationals without me.
Someone's got to race. I just go watch.
Oh, Lincoln Park Speedway.
Thank you. Thank you.
Smackdown. That would be fun. Super Dirty says take the big blocks out to Kokomo and show them what they're missing out west. And I think big blocks would be really entertaining there. That's just a great laid out track. It's wide. There's a lot of flat on the bottom, banked up on the top, and run right next to the wall. Looks like fun.
Someone asks, what is Mike's favorite track in my state?
In your state? I got two choices.
Well, there's an asphalt track. But
no, that's not one of the choices.
So basically, Bridgeport, New Egypt.
It's going to be a dirt track. Yep. Unless they decide to put dirt on the asphalt track. Now, let me tell you.
That would be like...
If you put dirt on Wall Stadium, that would be insane. I think that would probably be one of my favorite tracks ever if they put dirt on Wall Stadium.
That would be intense. Like
that looks like it. I mean, that track is laid out perfectly. It's got great banking, wide. That'd be an awesome dirt track. I mean, sorry for the asphalt guys, but like the racing is just it would be intense with that.
Like where elephants party?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so Mike asks, what are some of the differences, the big differences in the tracks down south from the tracks in the northeast? Slick.
Down south, they water them more. New Egypt even has their own sprinkler system because they just hate dust.
We actually have intermissions and work on the track.
Yeah. And they have fuel stops. And for like 30 or 40 lap races where you don't need a fuel stop. But yeah, I don't know. For some reason, the clay is just it's just got more like it holds moisture better than the clay up here. The clay up here kind of like gets hard on top and shiny, and it cracks. Like it gets little spider web cracks to it, and polishes off and gets slicker. Which, yeah. So if you're gonna race down south, make sure you go with a good motor.
I feel like
if you're racing up north, that make sure you buy new tires.
I always feel like Brewerton is the closest to a south track.
Brewerton?
Yeah.
Well, Brewerton gets slippery though. It's
What other track would you?
That's close to a south track.
Yeah.
The
You
ones
can't
down south.
say 5 Mile.
No, the ones down south. They aren't. It changes. Like even 5 Mile. That's a southern tier track, and that surface is totally different than New Jersey.
So Rob said you guys are located near a lot of great mountain climbing. Ever think of trying it? Great exercise with unbelievable reward with views. Well, we did that 2 weeks ago. Was that 2 weeks?
We hiked, but we didn't mountain bike. I would love to try the mountain biking.
It was mountain climbing.
Oh, mountain climbing. I guess you're climbing. It's not like straight up. It's at a 45.
I don't know how I feel about, like, is it like rock climbing? Is that what mountain climbing is? Or are we hiking?
Do we need a harness and ropes?
Yeah, is there a difference between actually hiking or climbing?
I don't know. Either one would be fun if we had the right equipment.
I need to get hiking shoes for this. Let's see.
Donald Gamer says, do they still use calcium on the tracks down south? Some tracks use calcium. I gotta tell you, I'm not a big fan of calcium. I feel like the tracks rubber up quicker when they put calcium down, which ruins the racing. It also increases tire wear. And when it gets in your eyes, it burns like crazy. So I'm not a fan of calcium. I'd rather have just water and clay.
Okay, so Rob clarified it's hiking up mountains, no cliffs. We can hike. I like hiking. But again, I think maybe after this live, I'm going to go buy some hiking shoes. I mean, as well, I bought snow boots. I bought my first pair of snow boots. I think I wore them once. And then I just refused because I don't know. It's like when it's going to rain. I have rain boots, but I don't like to wear my rain boots because then I'm telling myself it's going to rain, so I need to wear these. So don't wear the rain boots, and maybe my positivity will make the sun come out. Yes. True fact too.
So, back to the calcium thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give props out to Orange County Fair Speedway because they, for years, were like the calcium kings. All they did was dump pallets and pallets and pallets of calcium on there. And to me, I just didn't think it helped anything. But whatever. They went through and cleaned all of that off last year and put a whole new surface down of real clay. And the racing is a ton better.
Now, did I miss the part? Did you explain to people what the calcium is?
Yes, I did.
Oh, good. Okay, I missed it.
Well, somebody's got to read the questions,
Thank you. I'm over here like this. Jeez.
I do the same thing.
Let's see. I did see pictures. People are asking about Mike running Bridgeport. Did you see the most recent pictures of the banking? I feel like
not the most recent ones, but I saw the cover of the Ariado a few weeks ago.
What?
Looks awesome. Again, I think that is going to be my favorite track in New Jersey once we get racing there. I gotta believe so because it looks awesome. You got a picture? Mm-hmm. Holy cow! Look at that.
Just look at it.
Just look at it.
It's like brand new.
Would you look at it?
I think they're looking at it. Yeah, it looks really good.
Oh,
what?
That's offensive.
What's offensive?
Just comments. The only time they should use calcium is to make a lane more competitive, like PJ1 in Cup. That actually makes sense to me. Super Dirty. I think I agree. Like if you have a track that everybody's only running the bottom, and you use a chemical to make the outside of the track better only. I get that. But if you're just going to spread it all over the place randomly, you're not really helping anything. For instance, like the indoor racing, they always get a rubber line around the bottom, dominant groove. I would think that the racing would improve by making the outside stickier and putting some powder on the bottom. Make the bottom slippery. But then everybody spins out and crashes and they blame it on the track when it's really lack of talent behind the wheel. That's, again, my opinion. Take it or leave it.
Rob asked, what about putting flaps behind rear wheels to knock down dust?
Flaps? Like mud flaps? I don't know. I got to tell you, so it might help. But it would have to be like a sanctioning body. Like they'd have to try it, make sure that works, and then they have to enforce a rule because that mud flap would actually create lift instead of downforce. So no competitor is going to want to put that on there. It's not going to make them faster. So it'd have to be a rule if they want to do it.
So JDCCC26 asks, do any tracks still cut the surface during intermission? And I know what you're going to say.
Down south they do. No, it all depends. I mean, in New York, they'll do it if it rained all week and for some reason the track's heavy this week and they need to, they'll go out and fix it.
I don't think I've ever seen. I mean, I haven't been to Utica that often, but I don't think I've ever seen Utica cut their track open.
Well, it depends on who was prepping it. So
yes.
you weren't there that often. So like when Roger Haru was doing the track, he actually had it like a lot more moisture in the track and worked it more. Didn't have it as hard on top. And he had to go out and work it throughout the night more than when other people were running it. Like other people were running it and they had it like slicker polished off where you just leave it. Because the thing is, once the track polishes off slick, if you just let the cars blow the dust off, eventually the dust stops. You know, they sweep it off and it goes away unless somebody like drives off the track.
Like when you see
puts up a big dust cloud.
When you see what is it? Between the consies and the feature, and the water truck goes out there and just spits on it for 2 laps and hoping the dust stays down. Like, what is the purpose of that?
The big thing they have to water is the infield, like around the Uke tires and stuff. Because if they leave that, like all that dust that's there, if somebody gets down real low on the track, it brings it across the track, and then there's more dust that we need to sweep off.
Do we have Speed Shift TV?
Yeah.
We do?
Sure. Why?
The race in South Dakota will be on Speed Shift TV.
Oh, let's do it.
So we'll watch that.
I'll subscribe.
Aha, Nick, do you have distinct ring or text tones for each other? Well, we used to.
Yeah, I think it was the bird thing.
No, they're like crickets or something.
Oh yeah, it was crickets.
Super obnoxious. Just the tone that we decided to choose for.
So we've been watching Ozark. We just finished the series last night.
Oh yes, please tell us what we should watch next.
On Ozark,
good.
his ringtone was the same as ours was.
So every time I'm like, Mike,
not me.
No, it's not me. We're saying next to each other. So yeah, so we finished Ozark. That was good. We watched Schitt's Creek. That was good. What should we watch next? All recommendations are welcome. Please and thank you. Loved Ozark. Yeah, it was really good. Shot in the Dark is the best series.
Shot in the Dark. I haven't even heard of that one. Okay. Blind Spots on Hulu.
Hulu. Oh wait.
There's actually 2 tracks racing in South Dakota this weekend. Jordan says Parks and Recreation on Netflix.
Thank you, Brian.
Just got options here.
I missed Kyle's question. You can reach out to Mike via Facebook if you'd like, or you can send him an email, but you usually go Facebook Messenger, right?
What did he say?
He wants to get in contact with you.
Okay. Yeah, Facebook Messenger.
That's our best option.
Yep. I've been messaging a ton of people on there the last couple of days about the raffle, the car raffle. So I've been on there a lot.
Outer Banks. Didn't we see that? That was just suggested. Outer Banks on Netflix.
Yeah, that looks good. Looks like something. Isn't the Outer Banks on the West Coast? Or where is that?
South Carolina?
Oh, it's on the East Coast? Yeah, Outer Banks, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. I just saw surfboards and I immediately think West Coast.
Jordan says Parks and Rec. Didn't you watch that already?
No.
You didn't?
No. But I think that's a comedy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There's characters from Saturday Night Live on there, I think.
I'm still watching my cute show with my cute town, my cute people. Haven't finished it yet because Mike keeps interrupting when he comes home.
What's that called again?
The Heart of Dixie.
Her Heart of Dixie.
Mm-hmm.
Mandee's Heart's in Dixie.
Thanks. See, it is in North Carolina. Woo-woo.
Okay, thank you for correcting me.
Happy birthday to Nate's mother.
Rob Thompson wants to know if Arbonne is a sponsor on the car.
Negative. Arbonne fuels the driver.
I'm working on her.
He's wearing
not
Arbonne
really.
hair gel and...
I'm just a walking advertisement
Yes.
for Arbonne.
That's exactly what it is.
So Arbonne actually sponsors the driver, not the car.
That's a good one. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Just put it on the suit.
I could.
That'd
Just put a big Arbonne.
That'd be more. It would make more sense.
I'll look into that. So I think that was it. I don't think we missed any questions.
We made it through another Friday.
Woo! Wait, Winston Churchill. Well, Winston Churchill, what's our favorite restaurant?
Oh, favorite sit-down restaurant.
I'm not one for chains.
So Mandee has, now in New Jersey, one of my favorites is there's this take the stairs down this little hole in the wall Mexican restaurant.
It's in Frenchtown.
And you bring yourself
It's a BYOB.
a bottle of whatever you want and have some tacos. It was great.
Really, really good.
Love that
Yeah,
place.
it's in the basement. That place is really good. I'm glad you like that place.
So I think in general, we really go to a lot of Mexican places.
As long as they have crunchy tacos.
Yeah.
If it's all soft.
I like
shell.
soft tacos. She likes crunchy tacos. But
Yeah.
overall, if we can find a Mexican restaurant, like an authentic one,
Mhm.
that one in near Middletown was really nice. That we went to with Anthony.
Oh, yeah. It's right, like, off turn 2.
Next to the True.
We have the new
Hotel.
True Hotel. Yeah,
That place
was
is
good.
great.
I'm trying to think. I like anything in New Hope, right? What's
Oh, New Hope. Yeah, they have a lot of good restaurants.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't think of. I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Up
I
here in the
tell you.
Adirondacks, we've been going to the Baxter
Mountain.
Mountain Tavern.
That was good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's doable for being one of the closest restaurants. There is a place that sells poutine,
Mm-hmm.
but they're
Well, we're
closed.
up in the North Country. There's lots of places with poutine.
Mhm. Let's see. All right. Okay. What kind of ideas am my productions dreaming up? Well, I think we decided we're gonna do a tire video this weekend.
Oh, okay.
I think
So
maybe.
we'll be busy on Saturday.
I guess.
We're going to be back on here at 12:15, and we'll do a tire video for later.
Mhm. Perfect. Okay, cool. So thank you guys. Hope you guys had a good week. And oh wait, in case you're wondering, I don't actually own a cup that says Bay, but it says best aunt ever because I'm the best aunt ever.
Babe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just to clarify. Got that.
She loves to help you.
I did not buy the mug. It was given to me. Although I would probably buy it. But yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow at 12:15. Any comments, questions, concerns? Oh, mom's calling me. Perfect timing. We gotta go. We will see you tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye, everyone.